So I watched Bullet Train last night. Why the hell are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. Why can't I look at you?
Just look at
Just looking at you.
You can look at me. You can't look at me like that.
Okay. I can't.
So I watched a Bullet Train last night because stop. Because Gavin watched it, Jacob watched it, even Joe watched it. Unfortunately for him, I guess. And I was like, you know what? I want to see what the hype is about, and I watched it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It was refreshing. I felt like it was something new.
it was funny.
It was funny. Yeah,
funny, and it had Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt was great in it.
That's all you need.
Brad Pitt was great in it, Joe.
Joe doesn't like it, so therefore I watched it and go, huh? Joe's dumb.
Shout out Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Unshout out Joe.
Let me know what other movies you don't like so I can watch all the good ones.
There you go. You just named them, all the good ones.
Yeah, every movie he tells me, I'll watch them because they're going to be good.
Aaron Taylor Johnson was great in it, and I can see why he would be up to play James Bond. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah. I wanted a suit like his in that movie.
His suit looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
Even the two-tone shirt. I've never been a fan of those, but it looks good.
He rocks it.
Rocks it really well. It's great. Like, my favorite part, or the funniest part, is when Lemon was talking to the White Death's son, and then he looks over at Tangerine, and he's all, like, looking down at him, like, that funny reaction. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
All right, I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
Anyways, overall, great movie. Phenomenal. It'll make my top 100 list.
Definitely amongst the best of the 2022 movies.
Usually,
Joe.
Gavin's a person.
Unless you're Joe, where it's the worst.
where it's 17
Joe's
on
a
his
diesel
list.
for sure.
Usually I'm not a fan of, like, when a story's being told and then something happens and it goes back to explain it and it goes back and it goes back. But this movie did it in a way to where it was enjoyable, and it was supposed to be like that.
It built to that part.
I felt like a lot of movies that do that just do it as like a cop out. Where this movie
was made to be
was
like
made
that.
to be like that.
Did The Gentleman do that? I feel like it kind
The
of
Gentleman did a little bit, and that's the whole thing. Like, the first half of The Gentleman was kind of hard to watch because of that, and then the second half is when, like, all the rest of the movie unfolded.
I think one of my not my favorite parts, but a part that I thought was really cool from like a filmmaking perspective when Brad Pitt's talking to Lemon, I think. When he's like, I have a gun under the table, he's like holding him up, trying to get like info from him towards the beginning. And he was like, here's your deal, I'll give you the case, like I don't want it, whatever. And then Lemon's like, okay, I'll take your deal. But then he had to go and kill somebody, and like it shows Brad Pitt's face, and it goes all the way down to the person that he killed. Yeah. And then Lemon's face, and it shows the son.
The son, yeah.
So like that they're thinking of two different people, but they don't know it.
Yeah.
So.
It was
Brad Pitt's like, how'd you know about that? That was an accident.
Yeah. And it just, that's what I love. Everything came together so nicely.
in that moment was funny. Joe.
Or even the part with, I forgot her, Hornet, when she poisoned Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah.
And then he poisoned, and he just stares at her and waits for her.
You have a sparrow.
You have a sparrow, right? No, you didn't. Oh, you got to be more prepared. It's like, is there anything I can do? You don't look religious. Like
some water.
Exactly. Like, Brad Pitt was funny in this movie, and the fact that some people don't think so.
Joe.
It's just, I enjoyed watching him in this role.
What'd you say, Jake? Common Joe L? Is that what you said earlier?
I just said Joe L. Or L. I said L, Joe.
Oh, L Joe. I thought it was Common L Joe.
L. Here's this.
We're just roasting Joe. Guys, Joe's half of our viewership, okay? Let's take it easy on Joe. But yeah, Joe's wrong about Bullet Train, and it's not an opinion, it's a fact. It was a great movie.
Seems like
with a great cast. There were so many people in it, even the Ryan Reynolds cameo. And it's funny, which I'm just realizing in this moment, in Deadpool 2, Brad Pitt had that little quick cameo, and then in this one, Ryan Reynolds returns the favor. I thought that was interesting.
Huh, that's funny.
That is pretty
I didn't
neat.
really think about that. That's funny.
Very nice.
But that's Bullet Train, and
A little mini review.
wanted to bring that up since it's been a popular movie and everyone else has seen it except me.
Nice.
So let's get on with the show. And welcome back to the White Noise Podcast. I'm Ethan, joined by Governor Giggles. And as always, Jacob behind the glass. And how are we doing, guys?
Giggling. Doing great.
That's what I like to hear.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here. I like that. That's what I like to hear as well. We got some bit of news. This week, The Last of Us comes out on HBO.
Is that already this week?
I think it's on Sunday.
Wow.
And
My
so
strategy works.
that
Don't
means,
think about it, and then suddenly it's like, oh, it's releasing.
that means it already premiered on, like, for critics to review.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, it's been reviewed really well.
That means it sucks.
Yeah, as you said, once upon a time that meant something. But then they
It did.
said Rings of Power was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
So, on IGN gave it a 9 out of 10, which usually with like pop culture stuff, video games, comic books and stuff, IGN rates it fairly accurately in my experience. There are the few outliers. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's 97% right now for the critic score, which Rotten Tomatoes, that's the thing you have to be a little bit more skeptical about.
So it's like a 90%. That's what I'm going for. I'm saying it's a 90% then.
What's the difference? What's the 7% difference?
User error.
Okay. But IGN saying it was a breathtaking adaptation and one of the most impactful stories told in video games, and brilliantly brings Joel and Ellie's journey to a whole new audience. It successfully builds out of the world of the game while also switching up some aspects to almost entirely stunning effect. Couldn't read there for a second. So it sounds like they made change.
Switching?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
kind of sounds a little scary.
We shall see with that, and that's Last of Us. And because it's rated so well, if it was rated poorly, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. And then I'd have no really interest in watching it. But since it's rated well, I might watch the first episode or two and see, like, oh, is it really good? That's why it was She-Hulk. I watched the first episode of She-Hulk, and I was like, okay, not for me.
Not for you.
And then moving on to Community. I know none of you have seen the show Community,
No, sir.
but
Affirmative.
a common thing throughout the show is one of the characters is like a film buff, and he always referred to their everyday life as like a TV show, kind of in a fourth wall breaking way, but he wasn't. And he always said like, oh, our lives are going to be like 6 seasons in a movie. That's what he always said, 6 seasons in a movie. And they ended 6 seasons, and then the whole fan base for years is like, where's the movie? Where's the movie? And then the movie was confirmed a couple months ago, and filming starts this summer
Really?
Huh.
with
You're getting the movie.
with most of the main cast returning. I think Donald Glover is returning, and that was a huge, big thing if he was or not, because after his character left, the show was bad. You know how...
The pizza meme.
Yeah. You know how when in most shows or even movies, when a character leaves, or not even when a character leaves, just when you tell someone to watch a show, you're like, oh, the first this many seasons is so good, but after that, it's not that good.
The Office is the big example.
Office is the big example. I think Community is like the first 4 seasons, you can say. Like season 4 was a little rough, but the first 4 seasons, awesome. The last 2, background noise. Like,
Ouch.
like it had its moments, but so there's something special about those beginning Community seasons. But I'm excited for the movie, see what they do with that. And then Ezra Miller, I spelled it wrong on here. Ezra Miller, who plays the Flash. The whole thing with that is, so Warner Bros. Looks like at the moment they're expecting to move forward with him as the Flash.
So,
And when I say that, they haven't fired him, despite all that's been going on with him, and all that's even despite that, they fired everyone else.
I was going to say, I don't even like. Not that I don't care about that, but
Yeah.
in this context, I don't even care about that. We got rid of Cavill.
Exactly, that's the whole thing. So with that, it could be a thing where they need him to be around while they promote the Flash movie coming out this year, because Warner Bros. Is in a very bad position where they're losing money. They had to scrap the girl movie entirely.
Shucks.
They spent all that money, and it's near completion, and they said, no, we can't release this. So they put it in the vault, not even straight to streaming. That must have been how bad it was.
I want to see it. Can't be that bad.
They lost that much money over it. And then, so with The Flash, it's like, okay, well, they can't just scrap it, especially with all the big names in it. I know that they cut Henry Cavill's cameo in it, unfortunately.
Bro, I could run that studio better.
But yeah, so he'll be in The Flash this year, and then honestly, what I think is once the movie comes out, then they'll kind of get rid of him.
Yeah, they'll fire him.
Because why would you fire someone? He has no incentive to help promote the movie or do any of that. So that's DC. Look at that. No Marvel news.
No Marvel news?
Let's go. There might be some, but
I could have sworn I heard some like Disney say that like they were actually going to reel it back in movies to try to make them more quality-based.
I heard that last year, back in beginning of December.
I thought I saw a post about it like a week or two ago.
Beginning of December is when I first heard about something like that, where they're going to address the like quality over quantity, which should have been a priority.
Yeah, I feel like we shouldn't have had to experiment with that, but I guess.
But and then
after like phase 32, or when are we getting that?
I also saw rumors where they're wanting Moon Knight season 2 to come out before Secret Wars.
Oh, we do, huh? Has that been confirmed?
What?
Season 2?
No, that's rumors.
Well, I mean, I'm ready for it whenever you want. Whenever they are. I'm Disney. Feel free. Please.
And then just so much can happen in Secret Wars. There's already rumors coming out about it, and I don't even know what's coming out. What, in 3 years?
What is
the next
Wars
Avengers
about?
movie?
Oh, what is it about though? Like, is that one Kang the Conqueror?
I think so. I've been so unplugged for so long.
I don't remember.
I know there's it's like the Civil War storyline. It's like a big storyline, like the Civil War storyline. I just don't know what it is. I think it has to do with the scrolls.
I think I'm just gonna go watch Iron Man 1.
Okay.
Back in my day, it was just cool suit, blow up, building, credits, and credit scene. Then we're done.
Yeah, but that's that. And then the NFL. So playoffs are here now.
Woo!
And Gavin is representing his Jaguars.
One of his 4 teams that are in the playoffs.
One of two. Two teams.
And second week in a row, he's wearing his Jags short sleeve hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
Fashionable. You mean one of 2? You have 3 teams. All 3 teams that you
I only have 2.
Who?
The Ravens and the Jags.
Bucks.
I don't like the Bucks.
You have a Bucks t-shirt that you wore for like a week straight every time you came in.
I did not wear it for a week straight. It's the same Bucks shirt that I've had since like 2015.
So you don't like the Bucks at all?
Not anymore. They have Brady. Then it would seem like a bandwagon.
Oh my God, you've liked the Bucks for like 2 years.
Like the Bucks for almost 10 at this point.
Oh, so you do like the Bucks? Liar.
So what if the Jags win the Super Bowl? Are you going to stop liking them?
The Jags?
Yeah.
No, because they've had to work for it. When Brady immediately signed to the Bucks, they won the Super Bowl that year. Like, no.
Brady's going to go to the Jags.
That's why I knew for a fact that I couldn't, because I was like, they literally just won the Super Bowl too. It's like, can't flex any Buccaneers.
Anyway,
so
Jags play the Chargers. How do you feel?
Sad. Regrets.
It's a home game.
A couple of weeks ago, you said if the Jags make the playoffs, they're going all the way. And this is how you feel.
All right, well, this is the game that they have to get by then. If they can beat the Chargers, then they can beat anybody.
If they can beat the Chargers, then they can beat anybody? Really? They can beat the Bengals, the Bills, the Chiefs.
They won't have to beat well, they'll have to beat the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are going to be AFC Championship with the Jags.
Before we recorded, you said you'd rather have them play the Dolphins instead of the Chargers.
Yeah, that's why it's like I know that if that happens, easy, Super Bowl.
Dolphins don't have Tua though.
Yeah, I know. I don't think they're going to beat the Bills now that I think about it.
So what's your opinion?
You'd be a horrible sports analyst.
I'd be an amazing sports
You just
analyst.
go way back and forth, like Skip Bayless arguing about Aaron Rodgers. You're like,
I think
Miami is the team to beat. They're going to be the ones that are going to be AFC championship. No.
I think
the Jags should play them because they're easy.
I think I said last night? I was talking to everybody. I was like, okay, it's going to be Jags and Seahawks. That's the.
Dear God.
Gonna be the bottom.
Or I said like,
tiers.
what if it was like the Dolphins and the Giants?
Dear
I would hate that Super Bowl.
I'm just thinking, like, what if it's two teams that just completely out of nowhere? The Chargers and
Okay, realistically, what are your Super Bowl predictions? Who's gonna play in the Super Bowl?
I think it's gonna be Buffalo and the Niners.
That'd be cool.
I can see.
I think
I can
that's
see the Niners going.
realistic, but I put $1 on the Seahawks to go. And if that hits, I get like $300. So
Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl. Let's go.
Is he playing through the playoffs? Is he starting?
I don't know Jimmy's
I think so,
G's
yeah.
condition, but I'm pretty sure.
Garoppolo's out for the season, I thought.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a season-ending injury.
Damn.
If they go, then it's like, holy shit.
For the
Brock
NFC,
Purdy.
it's
Let's go, Brock.
NFC candidates are Seahawks, 49ers, they play. Giants, Vikings, and Cowboys, Bucks play this weekend. And the bye is Philly.
Man, I hate Philadelphia.
For the AFC, you got Chargers, Jags, Dolphins, Bills, and Ravens, Bengals play. And then the bye is Kansas City.
Rip Ravens.
Yeah, I said, now that one made me sad because it's like, oh, the Ravens. Because I don't think Lamar's coming to play.
I don't want the Cowboys to go, and I don't want
I don't think
the
we have to worry
Vikings
about
to
that.
go. That's it. Anybody else?
Who are the Vikings playing again? The Giants?
Giants.
Yeah, they win.
Let's go Giants.
That's in Minnesota, right?
Vanilla Vic. Yeah, it's in Minnesota.
Okay.
So,
Giants lose.
um,
You simply just do not beat the Vikings at home. You don't do that.
as you guys know, and if you're a regular listener, Paul put $3,000 at the beginning of the season before it started.
Is that still
3,000.
active?
Yeah, 3,000. He didn't cash out.
Nice.
He put $3,000 on the Bills to go to the Super Bowl, and if the Bills make it that far in the playoffs, the AFC Championship is on a Sunday where we'll be in Vegas. So he'll find out if he wins or loses
Oh my God.
on that Sunday on his mom's birthday.
Let's
Dude.
go.
Like, looking back on it, I'm like, oh, I should put like a few $100s on the Jags, and you guys made fun of me, and I'm like, damn.
You should have.
Now, realistically thinking, I'm like, they actually have a chance now. Damn. That sucks.
But yeah, I mean, the Bills, they have like new life in them after like DeMar Hamlin. It's kind of like that underdog story where they have this injured team. I saw Paul sent me something where Micah Hyde is eligible to return to practice. So that is also another thing that could be interesting for the Bills and kind of hype them up. Chiefs, scary.
Nah.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Okay.
They go out. Who? So is it,
They're scary.
who will they end up playing second week? Will it be, what? Like, do we know which game
No.
determines who they play?
Nope. They take the lowest seeded winner, I think.
So what is that? Like, is that the Chargers or the Dolphins?
I believe so, yeah.
Well,
Winner of-
maybe they go to the AFC Championship.
I think winner of the Ravens, Bengals will play. Yeah, no, I think that winner of Ravens, Bengals will play winner of Dolphins, Bills. And then I think
Ravens
Chargers.
versus Buffalo. That's going to be a really cool game.
Ravens,
It's going to be the Bills versus the Bengals.
Bills and Bengals will get the game that they didn't get to play.
Overtime. Well, dude, what if it's
And
Chiefs,
it'll be
Chiefs
in
Bills
Buffalo?
in overtime?
Chiefs, Bills in overtime. That would suck. But they changed the rules, right? They changed the playoff overtime rules.
I don't know.
I don't think they did.
I thought they did. Look it up.
Did they?
Later.
I think I've talked about it. My stance is if you had your chance to win, play defense and win.
I think if it works in my team's favor, it's okay. But if it doesn't work in my team's favor, then it's not okay. That's my. That would be my stance.
I think that's everyone's general consensus, even if they don't want to admit it.
Yeah. Like
And that's exactly what Josh Allen said after that game last year. He said, "Hey, if we got the ball and it turned out good for us,
They'd be saying the same
they'd
thing.
be saying the same thing."
Yep.
So it's
Yeah,
part
but-
of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, NFL, the playoffs are going to be exciting. I think this was a pretty crazy season of just unexpected
yeah.
things that happened. Like Brock Purdy playing a playoff game when he probably didn't think he would step on the field at all season
Yep.
with two quarterbacks ahead of him,
Kind of a bad season. Not gonna lie.
especially as a Cardinal fan. Very bad season.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I know how the Ravens felt last year with being the most injured team in the NFL.
Yeah. Having your quarterback dip out halfway
Nah.
through the season,
Even then.
not a good feeling.
Even then.
Even so.
NFL is stupid.
I don't like the NFL, but I still like the NFL.
Yeah.
It's like an on and off relationship. It's like with the Ravens. I think we're taking a break right now. I'll have to call them later. But, you know?
Yeah.
You never take a break?
Yeah. If the Jags lose this weekend, you going to wear that next week?
I can't wear this next week. You yelled at me.
I did.
So if they win, I'll wear my other Jaguars jacket. I'll tell you that.
Okay. Makes sense. Let's get into the movie review. All right, Gavin, what movie did we watch last week?
So we watched My Big Fat Greek Wedding. What are you laughing at? What happened?
I thought of something funny.
Okay. What was it? Shirt?
Your mama.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, and
All right, what
so
do you think?
you saw this movie, I didn't.
I've seen this movie about at least 12 times, yeah.
Damn. Okay, I watched it once.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, when you told me that this was the highest grossing rom-com ever, and you said, "What do you think about that?" My one-word answer: undeserved.
Undeserved.
It had its moments that were enjoyable, but overall, I think it aged poorly, or the content matter just wasn't interesting to me. From the title, I thought it was going to be like a wedding weekend movie, which, as I told you earlier, I told you that earlier, and I was like, kind of like The Proposal. And you said, "Oh, that movie was bad." And then I just think we have different tastes when it comes to rom-coms then, because I love The Proposal. I shouldn't say that. We're going to cut that out. But you know, I felt like it was really slow in the beginning. What's her name? Tula?
Yeah.
Tula and Ian. Their relationship, they had good chemistry, but you didn't see their relationship develop from like meeting to marriage all that well. And then I loved Ian as a character. Like he did a great job. The actor did a great job, kind of like really becoming part of the family and kind of embracing it all. That was cool. I honestly don't have much to say about it. I don't have much to say that's like really negative. I don't have much to say that's like really positive. Like it had its good moments, but overall, wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it as much.
I think one of the reasons I enjoyed this movie so much is that my family is very relatable to this movie, where we're always in each other's businesses, and if you meet somebody, they got to meet everybody, and then it's always crazy. And at one point, it was like every weekend we were all hanging out together and just drinking and eating, having fun, partying, to the point where we would bring some people over, and they'd be like, "This family's weird." Yeah. So I think that's why I liked it so much, is because I could relate to Tula, where it's like, oh, if one person doesn't like the person you're talking to or dating, it's going to be a little rough for everybody else, because it's kind of just like, we're like Christmas lights. If one goes out, everybody does. Everybody follows. So that's why my family, like, first impressions are everything with my family, I feel like, just because of that.
I get that. Same with I have a big family, and especially when we were younger, it was very similar to like that kind of atmosphere. So I found a lot of things relatable of just in everybody's business, a really close-knit family. I loved the character of Nick, her brother.
Nico.
Like he did such a great job, like especially up until like the actual engagement. There was just the subtle cues of where he really was looking out for her and like kind of took care of her as like her younger brother. And I enjoyed that, and his whole thing of the menu and wanting to go to art or develop his art skills and stuff. That was cool. He was just a cool character. Joey Fatone was in it. I love Joey Fatone.
What do you think of her dad?
Her dad was funny.
Her dad was funny?
Yeah.
The whole part where he's like, "Why do you want to leave me?"
Why you want to leave
That part made me laugh out. It makes me laugh every single time.
But no, yeah, it was funny.
Hilarious.
The Windex thing was kind of funny. And that's another part I really enjoyed. Like, I liked the overall lesson of just like embrace your family type thing.
Yeah.
Where when she has the pimple and then she's freaking out about it, and was it her dad that said, "Oh, put Windex on it?" And they covered up and whatever. And then in the limo after the wedding, he's like, "Oh, I had one this morning too." She's like, "Oh, like how'd you get rid of it?" He's like, "I used Windex."
I put some Windex on it.
Yeah, and it's just that is like kind of a wholesome, like just good, cool thing to see. And
We're all fruit.
we're all fruit.
In the end, we're all
that in
fruit.
speech exactly like the end with that whole like moral lesson. I really enjoyed the message, but overall, as a movie, for me, it fell flat.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just wasn't for me, I guess.
Wasn't for you, huh?
Yeah. I thought it was... There were funny parts where I was like, huh, that's funny. One of them being the very end when they're walking their daughter to school, and then you see that they're right next door to her family's house. Like, that's the house they bought for them. That was cool. But
They bought him a house.
yeah, it was a wholesome movie. I don't see myself watching it again.
No. Mm-mm. Not even just background noise? Not even if it's the only thing on?
If it is literally the only thing on, maybe, but I would just read a book then.
Read a book, you lying little...
I've been reading a book. I've been reading books lately.
What
So
books?
The Bible.
I'll tell you some other time.
Ew.
What?
All right.
But yeah, with that, I mean,
What would you rank it?
would I rate it?
Mhm.
63%.
63%.
And that's generous. I came in here wanting to give it 45.
Really?
Yeah.
Worse than Free Fire.
I'd watch Free Fire before I'd watch this.
Wow.
At least Free Fire had entertaining like moments, and it was visually appealing.
Ouch.
It was?
Yeah, it had a lot of color. It was visually appealing.
Okay.
You're visually appealing.
Thanks.
Got it. What are we watching next week?
Next week,
What's your rate? I didn't get Gavin's rating.
Oh, 80. I'd give it an 80. It's one of my favorite movies.
With an 80. Nice.
I don't know, top 10, but definitely top 100.
I still I get that though, because I have a lot of movies, so I add stuff to my 100 all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what I said about him not liking the proposal?
You didn't like the proposal?
I don't know if I'd give it a 45, but I mean, like...
Who doesn't like the proposal?
Oh, it's also because he said he doesn't like Sandra
Hold
Bullock.
on.
How do you not like... you don't like Sandra Bullock.
How are you gonna just do that?
Because it's a big deal.
How are you gonna do that?
I love Sandra Bullock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't hate her. I don't think she's a terrible actress. I just don't... It's not for me.
We're talking about her acting?
That's what I was going for.
Me too. So next week, we're finally going to do it. Gavin's going to finally do it. People are going to finally see on the big screen about
Finally.
It's about time.
time. It's about time. That's a sound I'm going to add on the soundboard, by the way. I just need to do it.
What?
The rim shot. You guys are awful. But next week, watch About Time, and me and Gavin will review it next week. And with that being said, let's get into the static. Woo!
Welcome to the static.
So, Gavin, what you got for us?
Okay, so...
Get closer to the mic.
Okay, so... If you were to clone... Like, let's just say you can make husks of yourself, right?
Husks.
Yeah, like, let's just say they're living, breathing
This is the
people, I guess. But they have, like, no personality. They have no... like, no real thought. They're just zombies, like, kind of brainless.
Can they speak or no?
I'm
So
sure
like
if you
at
could
the
teach them to.
DMV?
Huh?
Like at the DMV?
Pretty much, yeah. So if you can make those people into clones. Okay, well now this sounds horrible. I don't want to. Okay, so let's go back to just husks, emotionless, spiritless, pretty much.
Do they look like you?
But you harvest them for organs. Yeah, they look like you. They're clones.
Of me?
Yeah.
Of me? Or can it be anybody?
Yeah, let's just say it clones your entire body makeup. So if you need, like, I don't know, say you need to get a transplant. Oh, cool. Well, you have this exact, pretty much copy. So you know your body will be good with it. If you ever need blood or plasma or anything, oh, well, you can
Why
just
would I
take it
make
from
a
this.
copy of my heart if it's a bad heart?
What if your heart eventually goes bad? Like, what if you're like 60 years old and it's like, oh, cool, let me open the freezer and I have 20-year-old Jacob sitting right there.
But it's not the same heart.
It is the same heart.
Is it compatible?
I don't know. How does that work? Can you take young hearts and put them into old people? Or opposite? Anyway, do you think that is ethical? Is that ethically
If I were able
acceptable?
to clone myself and then harvest my clone for
you're going to
organs?
kill your clone, but like, I guess it's like
You said it's like brain dead.
yeah,
right?
so I guess it's like
not brain dead, but as a
similar
sense-
to killing an animal, I guess,
Okay.
type of thing.
What is the?
Let me help you figure out if it's right or not. Would you do the same thing to dogs? Just breed dogs to kill them for organs?
No.
Well, then there you go. It's not ethical.
Yeah, but dogs have like personalities.
Okay, so do people.
Yeah, but this clone doesn't.
How
This
do you
clone just
know?
like sits there and just
Maybe they just can't express it.
maybe.
See,
I don't know.
Okay, there you go.
It's definitely a gray area because it just comes down to. Yeah. I think it is unethical though.
What do you think about cloning in general?
If you can create a whole person,
It's
you can't just create the liver by itself.
Your liver can do that, pretty much.
Okay, you can't just create the heart by itself.
Oh no.
Just change the setting on the machine. Like, nope.
Yeah,
Don't
but
need this,
what if
don't
the
need
heart
this,
has
don't
to be
need
grown in like a living organism? No, you can't just grow a heart. You can't 3D print a heart.
this. But you can clone an entire person.
Yeah, this is like into the future,
oh, in the future.
Oh, so it's in the future. They could just make the heart.
maybe. But
Just thought of a sketch idea, but go on.
no, what do you think?
No, that was a sketch idea.
So that was the moral dilemma I was thinking of. It's like, that would be pretty weird.
Yeah.
I think it comes down. It is a human life.
I think it would come down. It's like, oh, well, you need this or you're gonna die, and there's no other choice. And it's like,
Then it's my time.
we're
So
killing that clone.
Then it's become me or my clone.
yeah, it's like, we're killing
You'd
that
get
clone.
protesters outside of your facility. Husks are people too. And then you'd get shut down, and your funding would be cut.
Come this
So you
whole
wouldn't be able,
political
you wouldn't be
thing.
able to do it anyway. Get played.
But I'd be alive, at least, because they wouldn't know until after I did it, right? So it's like I'd be alive, at least. Can like think of my actions, but I'm alive. What are you looking at me like that for?
It's a good question, Gavin. It's a good question. Got anything else? Got any other stumpers?
Stumpers. That was all I could think of.
Give you a stumpy.
You bring up a good point. Puppies, breed puppies for their organs. That just sounds so morbid. It's just like
Well, that's
puts
like
a
a
whole
baby.
different perspective.
What do you think the heaviest animal is you can beat hand to hand?
Heaviest?
Yeah,
Head like
the heaviest animal. Not just like, oh, how heavy is the animal? Like the heaviest animal. So it's like heaviest being, oh, a Great Dane.
What do you mean?
Or-
What do you mean heaviest?
like weigh the most
Yeah, like what animal weighs the most that you could confidently beat in a fist fight?
in a fist fight.
Yeah, like you'd have no weapons, stark
wall.
naked.
A whale, a blue whale.
Could beat a blue whale hand to hand
Maybe, I don't know.
I think I could.
confidently.
Yeah.
No, I think I could. What's it gonna do? Punch me back?
You bring a good point there. You have a good point there. But how are you going to beat it?
I'm just on top of it, beating it. It can't do anything.
I don't think you would feel anything.
I bite through it.
You just eat through
If
it.
I punch
Like,
at that
eat
guy
through.
long enough,
I tunnel in through its heart, and I just keep biting at its heart.
I'll tunnel through its blowhole.
Could you do that?
It's a hole.
Yeah,
Done it to you.
I would figure it's like. I would have to say
Just jam my hands in there, stretch it open.
probably like a medium-sized dog.
Cover it up so they suffocate.
For me, I'd say medium-sized dog.
Really?
Yeah, maybe even a large-sized
You're
dog.
dreaming big there, big guy.
I'd say
A medium-sized dog.
A medium-sized
I could beat a French bulldog.
a medium big-sized dog.
medium to big size, yeah. Like a golden retriever, like Rottweiler. I think I could take one of those.
You can take a Rottweiler?
I wouldn't want to.
Rottweiler and Golden Retriever, two different types
I
of
meant like
dogs.
their
Two
size.
different
I
types
meant
of dogs.
size.
Do you think you can take a pit bull? Hand to hand?
They're like
That'd
same
be rough.
size.
That'd be rough.
Same size.
Yeah, but they have way more muscle mass. So it's like a Rottweiler, iffy. That's like 6 out of 10 times, maybe. Pitbull. Can I get a rock?
I'd rather fight a whale than a dog.
If I can get
Me
a
too.
well, the whale's not gonna fight back.
You said heaviest.
It's the heaviest animal.
Yeah, but you have to beat it.
I can beat
You
it.
would kill this whale.
I think I could. I just told you, jam my hands in the blowhole and stretch.
Just blow you out.
Do I have a time limit?
I guess in this case, no. I guess if you could, with your bare hands, kill a whale,
As long as it
they would
can't.
probably just go.
No,
deep
it's not
into
supposed to drown me. We're on neutral territory.
What? It would just swim down, and then you wouldn't be able to keep up with it.
I could though.
I would go
The
inside
pressure
of
would
it,
kill you.
inside its lungs.
Yeah.
So you would go inside the whale.
You said I have to beat
So what's
it.
your strategy then? You go inside the whale, and then what?
I stay there and take all its air.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yep.
Then the whale's like, oh, I gotta breathe. You just suffocate the whale. You die in the process, though, wouldn't you?
He dies first.
Marty Dom. I think that's a solid. I think that's a solid strategy.
Just start breathing. Just hyperventilate yourself in the whale.
We'll break off its bones and use it as a weapon.
Break off one of its teeth and just stab its tongue.
Could you break off? It doesn't have teeth. It has baleen.
I will bite
Break off its
through
baleen.
its ribs.
You'd have to get in there, though.
Yeah, I'll eat through it. I like sushi.
That's not. Is that the same thing?
I don't think so.
I've never had whale before.
Whale's a mammal, so
It's all blubber.
I think it's good. I think it's solid.
So a whale, the heaviest creature on Earth,
I
is the
think I
one
can-
you stop at.
Where do you think Doug Dimmadome got his whale blubber nuggets?
It's true. But
From
I think
me
he might. I think
killing that whale.
he might have cheated. He might have had a weapon or two.
I think if the whale doesn't go underwater,
So if the whale just sits there and
sits
lets
at
you
the
whale on it,
surface, I could easily take this whale. Or if we're in like a 10-foot deep pool,
what whale is going to fit in a 10-foot deep pool?
one that can't go underwater.
It would die. It would suffocate. Then your method of suffocating it would work.
It
How would it
breathes
suffocate? It
oxygen.
breathes air.
Yeah, but doesn't it need to be in water?
To swim. Doesn't need to be in water. Doesn't need to be
So
in
if
water.
you beached a whale, would it die? It dies, right?
Dies of
Yeah.
starvation.
Can't eat.
Why the hell are they aquatic creatures then? That's so weird. Wait, no. It has to be in the water, right?
Look it up. Look it up for
I
us.
gotta look that up. It's like, wait a minute. Can it really just survive
They don't
on
have
land?
legs. That's why it's aquatic.
It would suffocate. No, I would drown that whale.
I think I could choke out a giraffe too, probably.
Choke out a giraffe with its strong neck?
No, it could not because
Probably could.
the water allows it to not crush. If it was on land, its own body weight would crush its organs. So the buoyancy, I guess, allows it to exist.
That's a dumb
Makes
reason.
sense. Makes sense.
Okay, so it can survive.
It's like a submarine. It's pressurized naturally.
Interesting. I think so. You think you can choke out a giraffe?
I'd figure
A giraffe?
I'd figure it out.
I don't think you can.
Those dudes can barely stand up when they're born.
So you try
I
and
couldn't
choke
stand up
out
when
a
I was born either.
Well, yeah.
That's
So we're on equal ground.
dang. Gavin makes a good point for once.
Well, that's Gavin. I could stand up when I was
He got a
born.
neck though. He does.
Well, giraffes. Have you seen the videos of them just hitting other giraffes with their neck?
Okay, well, I'm not another giraffe.
it's a strong-
I would be able to
it's a
climb
strong
it
neck.
and get to its
Yeah,
neck.
but it wouldn't be able to. I would dodge out of the way and it'd hit the ground and concuss itself.
Got a good point.
And then I win. Then it's gonna lay down on the ground, and that's when I just. Would your hands fit around the giraffe neck?
How heavy is a pig?
Pretty damn heavy.
I think I could take a pig.
Is the pig really gonna fight back? Just say a dog at that point.
Why?
Why do you want to keep killing dogs?
You
You
said
gotta make it
heaviest.
fun.
You said
this has got to be
heaviest.
fun. I got to be able to watch this and go, damn! Like
Coliseum style.
I got to see this and go, wow, that was cool. I'm not gonna think you're cool for killing a pig.
What about
Now,
sloth?
what about a warthog?
Hell no.
It's a pig.
That's completely different things.
That's a pig. It's a swine. That's what those are called.
I think I can take a turkey.
That one would be interesting to watch. I would want to watch you fight a turkey because those ones don't they have talons like feet?
Do the turkeys have large talons?
I like that. It's from Napoleon Dynamite, but he says chickens.
Okay.
I don't know. I think,
What bird do you stop at?
what bird do I stop at?
I think an ostrich.
Any raptor?
A raptor?
any raptor, vulture,
Oh,
eagle.
I can take an eagle.
I could probably. Yeah, they would hurt, but I feel like you could beat one. All you have to do is grab it. They only weigh like what, 15 pounds?
Not the heaviest.
Yeah, you just
We're
grab
go-
it.
We're going heaviest.
Way more agile than me, though.
Heaviest.
Okay, but it's got to kill me. It's got to come down. I have home field advantage at that point.
I think I can take a silverback.
No.
I think you might stop before that.
Silverback. Take a silverback.
You know
I
that
can
meme
take
where
it.
it's just the gorilla just throwing another gorilla?
Yeah.
I think that would be you,
That wouldn't be me though. I wouldn't allow that to happen.
right?
I
gotta tell him
I
to stop.
simply wouldn't.
You got to tell them to stop and avoid conflict because then they legally can't touch you.
Exactly.
That's how you beat it.
I want to fight a coyote.
I could take a pack of coyotes.
A pack?
I could take a pack. That is so easy.
How many?
Aren't they
6,
not
7?
pack animals?
No, they are.
Coyotes?
Yeah, they're dogs.
They're scavengers.
Yeah, but they're dogs.
Not wolves. Wolves are pack animals.
No, they're like wolves, but they just don't chase down big game. I guess they just go after like house cats. Which is why I'm like, dude, imagine getting got by a coyote. I could take on a pack of coyotes.
I think I could take a polar bear. Not a polar bear. A panda bear.
No,
I think I
even
can
then,
take a
still,
panda
no.
bear. Panda bears are heavy and they're practically useless. I think I can take it. I think that panda bear is going to catch these hands.
I think you would try, and I don't think it would care.
What do you mean it wouldn't?
You'd be punching it, and it would just be like, okay.
It's,
It's got thick skin, thick bones.
I'll choke it out.
The panda's gonna let you choke it out,
Yeah, what's it going to do?
bite you.
I don't think.
It's got claws and teeth. You know that, right? There's a reason it's called a bear,
Because it looks like a bear.
and because it has characteristics of one, including claws and teeth.
Does it though?
I think so. I didn't Google it. I was just kind of making a baseless claim, hoping you would.
All right. Would I win in a fist fight with a panda?
The Dragon Warrior.
So just a normal human theoretical fighting a panda. Would the panda put up a good fight? All right. So this is.
I think the panda would.
This is the top answer. The panda wouldn't be very sporting about using its dukes. It'd more than likely just maul you if you agitated it enough. And you would be left either dead or very, very wounded. You would lose very quickly.
It would try to maul you, is what he meant.
Don't
to
they
say.
attack you in Minecraft? So,
Humans
yeah.
can't win in fistfights against literally almost every single animal that is close to our size or larger because most other things our size are either immensely more powerful, have very sharp claws or teeth, are venomous, or used to having to fight for their lives on a daily basis. Or a combination of all
That's
those
why we're on
traits.
top, because we can make tools, baby. Let's go.
Just wait till we bring Paul into this. They must not have seen Paul.
All these people are saying you would
They wrote
lose.
that because they've never met Paul.
Yeah.
They've never met a panda. I mean, I think I can take a panda.
No. Paul might be able
It's
to.
a panda. You're a panda.
What are you gonna do, big guy? Sit on it?
Add in the fart noise.
Realistically, though, what animal?
I think I can take a blue whale. Like, I'm being serious.
You're being dead. You're being serious about that.
Yeah. No, that whale's being dead. Yeah. I think I can take it. As long. No, even if it goes underwater, I think my will
You'll
to beat it.
withstand the
Yeah.
indomitable human spirit will withstand all the pressure of the water.
Exactly.
Everybody that died because it was too pressurous.
The riders won't kill me off at that point.
Weak-minded.
No. I have plot armor.
This is your training arc. Nobody dies in the training arc.
Buffalo.
You could take a buffalo.
I think I could take a rhino if it was severely wounded already.
Hippopotamus.
I couldn't beat the hippo with a 44, so
I could beat it, though.
I'd be very embarrassed if you beat it barehanded.
Okay.
Human
so
handed.
let's change the question up really quick.
Okay.
You have a Bowie knife.
I could do it.
What's the heaviest animal you can
All
take
of
on?
them.
I still go 2 blue whales.
Now at that point, the panda bear seems plausible. Maybe.
Yeah.
At that point, the panda bear might be plausible. I could totally no diff an entire pack of coyotes at that point. But the pit bull now becomes a plausible opponent.
That'd be a good fight, though. You and a pit bull with a Bowie knife.
I think I would actually have to just sacrifice one of my arms. Like I would just have to like hold my arm out,
Yeah, I
let
just
it
have
latch
to win
on.
one fight. It's not like I'm running a marathon here.
Yeah. So it's like you hold your arm out and you let it latch on and then you just stab it.
That would hurt so much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna lose the arm, but at least you win.
Not me, though.
Lose the battle, but
I
not the
wouldn't
war.
lose it.
You wouldn't lose it? What about a Gila monster?
That thing would come at me, and it's just like, swipe. Swipe or no swiping. You're dead.
You're dead.
I think so.
What do you think, Jacob? What are you getting?
Gila monster?
Would you be able to take one? Bowie knife?
100%.
Yeah.
Forget about that thing. I
Take
think
anything with a Bowie knife.
They're not like Komodo dragons huge.
I think that's what I was thinking
He
of.
was thinking
Okay.
Komodo dragons.
Komodo dragon.
Komodo dragons are scary. We
Like-
we looked it up. Were you here when we did Gavin vs. Wild with that?
I
I think it was
so.
Paul that was here.
They're pretty big.
Where their mouth, like they'll bite you, and it's a misconception that they're venomous, but it's just because their mouth has so much bacteria that it deteriorates that area very quickly.
They're dirty.
They dirty.
They need to have, what are those dog treats? The toothbrush dog treats? Throw those in there.
If I have a Bowie knife, easy.
How hard is their skin?
I think it's pretty hard actually.
Komodo dragon?
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Don't matter.
Like, would it just
Faster.
like, ding, like would it bounce off or?
No, I'm faster.
Now, okay, let's take it one step further. You have an elephant gun. Now, now what are you killing?
Everything.
My shoulder?
True.
So it's basically their skin can be compared to chainmail.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so the Bowie knife might not be the best weapon. Then. Damn. They just try to stab it and they're like, oh, it's not working.
It's not working.
Damn.
I don't like this.
Okay.
Elephant gun?
Elephant?
Elephant? I don't think I can take the
I think
blue
we-
whale
I
at that
think we
point
could
then.
take the well, yeah, because bullets actually don't travel well in water.
I think I could though.
If it's surfaced enough, maybe.
Or if I get up close enough to it to where it's just like right on it.
Yeah, but underwater, I don't think
Shoot.
it works.
Well, it'll go through the barrel just fine, I think. Maybe.
I don't think so. I think it would slow it down a
That's
lot.
true, you're right.
I don't even know if the gun would fire completely underwater.
You know what I would do?
What?
I just throw hands.
You would at that point you resort to your initial strategy.
I got a
Beat
club.
to death.
Now I got a club.
No, I think I could.
You could what?
I think I could take on, like, it should have been Ethan versus Wild, because I can take on any animal. And I don't know if it's just I'm in a good mood today, or Paul's rubbed off on me, but I don't see how you ever thought, like, you needed a rocket launcher for every animal.
A rocket launcher might be necessary for the blue whale.
No.
Do you think a rocket launcher would kill a blue whale?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
These things are huge.
Okay. It's taking an explosion to its body.
Yeah.
Homeboy can't even survive on land.
True. Can't even survive its own body.
Exactly.
They can still bleed out.
True.
Or even internally bleeding, too.
I've always like, because I'm used to like games with explosions. I'm like, what would that look like in real life? Like actually hitting somebody with a rocket launcher.
Dead.
You never see that happen. It's always like
Let's test it.
a building or
Roll
it's
the
always like a
B-roll.
building or a vehicle.
That's true. I think the human would just explode.
Well, yeah, the person might not, but the blue whale is like how much bigger?
You would immediately
At least two
start to
times.
take a shower.
At least 2 times the size.
Damn. A dolphin. I could take a dolphin.
In a fight?
Yeah. This fight? How heavy are dolphins?
Oh, in a fight?
How heavy are dolphins? They're, at least like 10 pounds. At least.
I'd say
I'd say 60 pounds.
I'm going to say 120. Say it's like a person at that point.
120.
Yeah.
6,000 pounds is an orca.
Oh, that's not quite a dolphin.
50 pounds to 170 pounds.
Now, can you beat an
Nice.
orca? Because an orca will fight back.
Fist fight?
Yeah.
100%.
Orca?
Bowie knife? 100%.
Curious. I want to see you do that.
What's it going to do? Punch me?
It might just eat you.
If this orca, if me and this orca are on my turf, 5 home field, yeah, I could kill it.
I'll fight a blue whale in that.
I think I can kill
If I'm
anything
if
in
I'm
my
the
home
visiting
field.
team, if I'm away, I'm dead.
Yeah, but what do you do about the hippo?
You're just in water. Underwater.
That's why I never wanted to do
Those
Gavin
things
versus
eat
Wild in
seals.
water. It's like, where
They
am
eat seals. They're bigger than me.
I know seals are
Seals?
really-
Can you guys
they're
take
well
seals?
trained. too.
Walruses?
A walrus?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to kill one. They seem cool.
But you'd kill a dog, a golden retriever, like you said earlier.
No,
You said
if I had to, I would, but I would never try to.
okay, a walrus. A walrus is trying to kill you.
I don't think they would. They would, they would sense the vibes I give off. and
Gun
they
to your
would-
head, kill this walrus or you're dead.
Pull
You
the
do it?
trigger.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to. I'd have to like sneak up behind it.
Use its own tusks.
Dang. Wish I had tusks.
There's a lot of murder in this episode.
Yeah.
Murder.
Murder. All aboard the murder train. Well,
It's a nice sonnet you got there.
do we have a Dejaki factuality?
I do, and it's kind of about animals, I guess. Do you think you guys could take a T-Rex?
In a fight?
Yes, in a fight.
Honestly, since we're talking about, I think I could in a fist fight, or do I like
I don't
have?
think you could.
Do I have like? If am I in the jungle and I'm able to adapt and like carve a spear and do all that, and this thing's hunting me, and
Are you asking me how much time you have to prepare?
Batman wins. As long
like
as you
a
prep
T-Rex
time.
appears right here, or are we just like neutral ground?
Jurassic
in a
Park.
Coliseum? Jurassic Park. I think I could definitely take one then,
Okay.
easily.
Cool. I'll set it up.
I think he loses.
All right. Yeah, me too. Well, T-Rexes existed closer to humans than to Stegosauruses.
I thought they existed at the same time.
Nope.
Did you really?
Stegosauruses existed
What do you mean, did you really?
155 million years ago, and T-Rexes only 66 million years ago.
66.
So there's
It's crazy.
that's far.
It is crazy how much like the Earth was here before humans were here,
Correct.
billions.
That is correct.
or even then.
The stat that I saw in my research about the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Cleopatra existed closer to the invention of the iPhone than when the pyramids were built.
So
Really?
it was reversed then.
Yes.
I had the reverse. My apologies.
Oh, okay. You're wrong.
Cleopatra is closer to us now, this time, than when the pyramids were actually built.
Wild.
When was she born? When did that happen? When were the pyramids born or built?
When were the pyramids born?
The pyramids took its first steps in Cleopatra 69 BC. Nice.
69 BC. Gosh, that's old.
2,000 years.
I say that's old. Sorry,
Sorry, Cleopatra.
ageist. When were the pyramids built? I thought that was like also. Does that be? No, it wasn't. When the hell did the Egyptians exist?
Probably in 69 BC.
Pyramids
Somewhere
built-
around that time, right? Like,
Well, it was.
we know at least
before
69
that, yeah.
BC.
We know it's at least 2,000 years before 69 BC.
Okay, yeah.
Roughly 2,500 BC.
And it goes down, right? So 2,500, and then it was 2,049.
Yeah.
You get to zero, and then it's
Yes.
two.
Correct.
So
It's crazy how they
Who
did that.
decided that? Who was just like, oh, we're at zero. Let's go to one. Like, why go down?
We'll have a history lesson about that after class, Gavin.
Isn't history neat?
We'll talk about that. And then, do you have the song of the week? You said it earlier.
Yeah, I did, but I forgot.
We're just waiting on that from Gavan, Governor Giggles.
Can You Feel It by the Jacksons.
Okay. Can You Feel by the Jacksons? Be sure to go listen to that. Give it a listen. Let us know what you think. Speaking of letting us know what you think, make sure to leave a comment so that we can read it. If you leave a comment, we'll read it because no one else is leaving comments. Except for last week from good friend of the show, Mr. Lean McQueen.
Shout out Lean. Shout out Corbin.
Do we know who that is?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that was like a promoter.
So,
I wore his shirt on the show.
Mr. Lean McQueen, from last episode, he commented the Lean Squad merch with the clapping hands emoji because Jacob's wearing his merch.
Shout out.
So
Yes, I did.
shout out Lean McQueen.
Lean McQueen on Twitch.
Yeah, check him out, Gavin.
Sponsored.
Not sponsored. Stop
Yeah.
saying that. You can't
Yeah.
say that for anything.
Yeah, I know.
You're just
I like saying it.
Cheez-Its sponsored. Sponsored by Cheez-Its.
Sponsored.
Murdering blue whales.
That,
Well, there goes our sponsorship.
unfortunately, yeah. Maybe Cheez-Its will sponsor us one day. Maybe Jennifer Lawrence will watch that last episode we had. She'll be like, huh.
She doesn't have an Instagram. I was going to
Yeah, I
tag her
know.
in it.
I was looking for it. Like some random dude was just like, I wonder what Jennifer Lawrence is doing right now. Jennifer Lawrence, if you somehow read this,
See this? Yeah, she can read it.
Yeah.
She's either going to hear it or see it. Read the transcript later.
what is your favorite color? You can't tell me anyway, but you have no way of reaching me, but
I think that we just found a new segment. Gavin asking about Jennifer Lawrence every week. Asking her a new question.
What is your favorite color?
I prefer Sandra Bullock.
Feel free to
over
write that in the
Jennifer
comments.
Lawrence.
Maybe she has a YouTube channel. We just don't know.
I'll reach out to her agent.
Yeah, we'll do that. Our people will reach out to her people.
Got it.
So be sure to leave a comment on our YouTube channel, One-Eyed Fits. And then be sure to follow us on Instagram for all the wackadoos there.
Wacky.
So you can find us on Instagram at OEF White Noise and at OEF Studios, as well as at The Old Fashioned Pod,
What's that?
coming to
I
a
don't know
place
what that is.
near you.
The what pod?
The Old Fashioned Pod.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
it's really interesting. You guys should check out that Instagram. and
I
you'll
would
see
check it out.
The Instagram is there, so you
Oh,
can check
you
it
meant the
out.
Instagram. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought you
yeah.
meant the old-fashioned pod itself.
We also have a TikTok with
have I
Gavin and Paul posting soon.
I have like an entire library, but I have to make them on Paul's phone because otherwise it makes a watermark.
Or you can just log into the account on your phone.
Problem solved.
I could. I was not given the login information, so I cannot actually.
I'll give it to you.
Just say it here.
Oh, okay. So we're on TikTok at OEF Studios. And thank you for listening. We enjoy it.
Oh, exquisite.
Once again, and there you go. There's your weekly exquisite for you from Gabby Wabby, Governor Giggles.
Appreciate it.
And Felony, if you're listening, Gavin misses you.
My man's here.
I don't.
No, I don't. All right. With that being said, we have to go see the heaviest animal we can
We have
fight.
to go knock out a blue whale.
I think we can do it too.
Kill it.